Hey, wonderful writers. Today we are going to continue talking about adding detail. Now, last week we learned about drawing ourselves as characters and then putting some detail into the characters and into our picture. Now, boys and girls, today we heard the story A Ball for Daisy. Now, in the story, there were no words. The illustrator told a story without words, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Boys and girls, on your journal page, remember to start with the day. Today is September. Make sure you're tracing the word September so that you practice. Today is September 8th, 2020. Now remember, your journal will be in pencil. I'm going to do mine in brown so that it looks a little bit like pencil, okay? So I'm going to think of my story, and then I need to illustrate my story so that you know what my story is about. Just like in A Ball for Daisy, there were no words to tell the story, but you could see what was happening with Daisy, couldn't you? Yes, so let me illustrate the story. Let me think, what is a story I could tell about? I want me to be the character. So first, I'm going to draw me as my character. So remember, I'm going to try and add as much detail as I can. My hair was up in a crazy bun again. And this time, I was wearing a dress because it was really hot this weekend. And I was wearing flip-flops because it was really hot this weekend, right? And I had a tank top on. So I have a tank top dress. Now, I drew me. Remember, we have to label. So I can write my name or I can write the word me. I think this time I'm going to draw my line and write Mrs. Irwin. Now this could be a great story when I could say, I went out for ice cream. But I'm missing a few things, aren't I? I am. I could say I went out for ice cream, but can you tell that in my picture? No, I need my ice cream cone, don't I? Yes. So I'm going to draw my big ice cream cone. Yum. Look at that big thing. And it was so hot, so it was dripping a little bit. Oops. But now I need to label ice cream. Ice cream. That's 2 words, so I need 2 beginning letters. Remember, Kinderbees, your job right now is to not ask the grown-up how to spell something. I want you to hear the beginning sounds, and you only have to write the beginning sound. If you can stretch out that whole word and write the sounds, you may, of course. So I'm going to write I for ice, ice cream, ice cream. And I'm going to put a space in between because it's 2 words, ice cream. Now, I didn't go for ice cream by myself, and I certainly wasn't floating, was I? So boys and girls, that's what's important. In my picture, I can say, over the weekend, I went out for ice cream, but you can't see that in the picture. So we have to make sure we're adding detail to our illustration. Okay, so I might put Lexington in my picture. And she had her hair in pigtails because it was really hot. And she's super happy because she loves ice cream too. And she was wearing a little dress. And of course, she was holding some ice cream. Let's draw her legs first in her flip-flops. And her ice cream wasn't quite as big as mine because that would be crazy. Okay, so there's Lexington. I need to label her so that when you see my picture, you know that it's Mrs. Irwin and Lexington, right? So I'm going to draw my line and write Lexington. And a lot of you know how to spell your brothers and sisters' names, don't you? And again, I want to label that this is ice cream, but I already did the hard work. So I just have to draw my line, write I, finger space, C for cream. Okay, so now I'm giving you a little bit more detail, right? Now I have two characters in my story, and we are both eating ice cream. And I drew some label, or I wrote some labels so you know who my characters are. But there's a problem. We're still floating, aren't we? And you can't tell that I went out for ice cream, can you? No. So let me draw the sidewalk. And over here, I'm going to draw the ice cream store. There's the front. There's my cone. And I could put ice cream store because I have those beginning sounds. Oh, I need a door, don't I, to get into the ice cream store. And guess what? I could also label store or door. Let's try door. D. Oh, we've already learned the letter D. Letter D says D. So I could write my letter D for door. And this I said was the sidewalk. Sidewalk. I could label that with my S. Now, okay, I have my characters. I have the ice cream shop. It looks kind of bland. Maybe I'll draw some windows. What do you think? Oh, I could label the windows. Windows. Very good. The letter W says W. But I have a problem. Do you know if I went during the day or at night? Could I draw? I drew the sun. Look at that. I could stretch that whole word out. So for this one, I could write the whole word, sun. So now you know more of my story. I went for ice cream with Lexington to the ice cream store during the day. See all of that information you got from one illustration? Now I could draw my lines for my sentence. And I think I'm going to say Lexington and I went out for ice cream. How many words is that? 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 8 lines. Count them with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now remember, I want to draw them kind of big to fit those words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I always put a period to tell me to stop reading. A period is like a little dot. Lexi and I went out for ice cream. Now, here's the cool part. When you tell your story, you're going to touch each line. But if you know some of the words, you can write them. So look, I already know how to spell Lexington, so I'm going to write it right here. Lexington, and I can spell that word, went out for ice cream. And I already know that that's an I, and this is a C. Lexington and I went out for ice cream. Amazing! So boys and girls, today your job is to draw detail in your picture. I want to know who is in the story, where you went, like the ice cream shop, and what you did. We ate ice cream. And I also added more detail by telling you when we went out for ice cream. Then I drew my lines so I can retell my story. Kinderbees, your job today is to draw and illustrate a story, something you did over the weekend. I can't wait. Bye-bye.